Hello friends, welcome to my channel Fusion NexGen Learning. If you're first time viewer on my channel, subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon to get latest update from Fusion NexGen Learning. In today's demonstration, we are going to cover one more business requirement. Let's assume in a business want to have the RMA and that RMA item to be received into the warehouse, but they don't want to create the RMA invoice is in place. To achieve in Fusion, you have to first go to the setup and maintenance. And within the setup and maintenance, you have to click on tasks. Once you click on task, you have to click on search. Once you click on search, you have to search manage order lookups. Manage order lookups. And you have to try to search. So you can see that our task name is called manage order lookup. So we'll create and update this lookup. So now you have to search the lookup type called Aura DOO return and click on percent and try to search. Now I click on search. So you can see that our lookup type name is Aura DOO return line types. So that is lookup type. So within that, we'll create one more line type. So I'm clicking on plus and I will enter the detail. So I will enter that RMA without invoice. So I entered the lookup name, lookup code. Now display sequence. So in the LOB, while creating the RMA as a list of value, what value will be displayed first or second sequence? So you can set the display sequence. So I'm leaving it. It's not mandatory. A start date is also not mandatory. If you want, you can keep it. Now in the meaning, I am setting up my line type RMA item receipt without invoice. So I have created this line type. If you want, you can enter the same meaning within the description, or you can put it some different description for your identification purpose. So I keep entered. Now I will click on save. Once I clicked on save, that record get added. Now I will research within the query and I can see that what I have entered. So lookup code is RMA without invoice. And if you see display sequence, just leave it because it's not mandatory. If you want that lookup code should display the line type in a sequential manner, you can do that. Now in the meaning, I have written what is our line type and what I will do after that, creating it, I have to create the orchestration. So let me save and close. And for orchestration, so I am typing manage orchestration percent and click on search. So our task name is called manage orchestration process definition. Once you click on manage orchestration process definition, you have to search your process name called return and try to search with the return. So you can see that there is a generic process available, the seeded one, so which we are going to customize and achieve our requirement. So we have added this process name, return order generic process. Now, within this process, what we will do, we'll do the duplication so that all task line selection rules and criteria will get copied to the customer and we'll do the customization part within the orchestration. So now I clicked on duplicate. So let's wait orchestration process to get copied and create duplicate. So now you can see that it created duplicated one. Now we can see that it's copied. Now I remove the copy of. I will add at the last for identification purpose with without invoice. The process name, I will copy the same process name to the process display name and I will click on save. Once I clicked on save, so what is our next step? We have to remove the invoice part of it. Okay. So we'll create and we'll remove the invoice part of it. So you can see that create RMA invoice and wait for RMA invoice. So first I will select this invoice part. I will click on delete it. I have deleted it. And now I will click on wait for RMA invoice. That is our second task. So I have deleted these two tasks within the step definitions. Now after that, I will click on save. Now what is our next step? We have to go to the status conditions and we have to remove this billing part. So you can see that we are having two status condition which we have to delete it. So we have to delete very carefully so that other status condition won't be impacted. So I have deleted both the status and I will click on save. Now I have done the second task. Now the third step, we have to go to the fulfillment line status values. Within that, there is a rule set. So you have to click on rule set. Once you click, you have to click on yes. Within the rule set, you have to select your condition and you have to remove the invoice or the awaiting billing condition you have to remove. Now I deleted both the status conditions. After that, I will click on save and close. So once you deleted the billing task from the custom orchestration, what you have to do, you have to click on save and you have to try to validate it. Once you validate will help you to make sure that there won't be any error and you are good to go to complete and release and deploy the custom orchestration to your environment. So we can see that the orchestration process setup is being validated. Now I will click on release. Once I click on release, so we have to make sure that while doing the release, there won't be any issue. So we can see that the process was successfully released. And now the third step is deploy process. So we have to deploy the process. So I clicked on deploy. Once you click on deploy, then it will be implemented to your environment. Once it's deployed, after that, you can associate it to the line type. And within that line type, you can associate your custom orchestration process via a task called manage process assignment for sales order. So I clicked on save and close. Once I done, I can see that custom DOO return order generic process without invoice. So I have deployed successfully. Now what I will do the process assignment for this particular against the particular sales order against the line type. So for that, I will click on save and close and click on cancel. So I have already created the custom orchestration. After that, I will do the process assignment. For that, you have to go to the manage process assignment. Once you click, you can see that task name called manage process assignment rules for sales order. Within this task, so let's open this task and we'll start creating our rule. So within this assignment rule, we'll click on the create new rule. Once you click on the create new rule, you have couple of attributes. Based on that, you can assign your custom orchestration process definition within that. So let's wait. Yes. So now you can see that UI is open, and at the left side, you can see that there are a couple of attributes. Based on that, you can trigger, you can assign your orchestration process, which you have customized it. So now I'm setting up the rule name RMA without invoice. So I have set it up the name. Now after that, I will click on OK. So I have set up the rule name. You can set the description for your identification purpose. If in future you want some changes within that rule, you can do that. Now in the new condition, I will type return. So we can see that I typed return. So I am typing that if my returnable flag is equal to yes, okay. After that, I am setting up one more condition that if line type now returnable. So returnable means returnable will have the RMA item receipt with the invoice, but we have to associate our custom orchestration, which will not generate the invoice if we perform the RMA item receipt. So for that, you have to add one more condition, line type. So within the line type, we just now, in our previous steps, we have created the line types, the return line type. So you can see that RMA item receipt without invoice. So you have to select that line type. So whenever user is selecting this particular line type while creating the RMA, it will associate the custom orchestration process. So now you have to click on then and click on do, and you have to click on new condition. So I'm setting up process. So process name, and within the process name, I will try to search. So let me try to search with the custom, and I will little bit stretch it, and then we'll see our process. Yes, so we can see that custom DO return order generic process without invoice. So I have selected the particular process name, which we had just now created in our previous step, and I associated. So I have created these two conditions. You can add business unit, you can add order type. So there are a couple of options which you can utilize to associate or to define or to deploy your custom orchestration. Now you have to click on save and close. Once you done with the save and close, you have to identify your rule name. So RMA without invoice. Now you have to activate it. Once you activate it, so you have to just click on activate, and you have to click on save and close. Once you're done with the save and close, you have to make sure that you publish the rule so that it deployed successfully on the environment, and you can use your custom rule. So I have deployed it. Now we'll go to the home and we'll try to see. So we'll go to the order management. Okay. So let me go to the order management and try to search some order 70263. We'll try to search one order and try to add. So we can see that. So let me click on the order and I will copy it. Once I click copy, I will click on select all and we'll click on create and edit order so that we do the amendment and all those things on our newly created order. So now we can see that order got successfully created. Now if we don't want, so let me do one thing. We'll delete this line And now we'll click on action and we'll click on add unreferenced. So we have created one item. PS will try to add. Now you can see that return type. So we have added within the RMA line type order type lookup. So we'll select from the drop down. So we have created RMA item received without invoice that we have created and associated just now in our last step, the orchestration process definition. Now you have to click on add. Once you click on add, what you have to do, you have to go to the price. So I will try to add price into negative. I don't want to generate the credit invoice, so it doesn't matter for me, but for your understanding purpose, I'm trying to add. So I have added amount. Generally, if you are not creating the credit invoice, you can go ahead with the zero amount as well. Or as per your business, you can design your solution. Now I have entered. So I have entered this minus 100. And now I will click on submit. Once I click on submit, I will see that sales order 97391 was submitted successfully. I will click on OK. And I will see that it is now pending for the approval. Now it's moved to the processing mode. So now we click on refresh and we'll see and move to the switch to fulfillment view to see whether our customized orchestration get defaulted or not at the line level. So I will click on the return. Once I click on the return, I can see that orchestration number along with the detail. So we'll wait. Yeah. So now you can see that orchestration number got generated. And now we can see that orchestration process got defaulted. And if we stretch that particular column, you can see that without invoice. So that is what we have created and associated with the line type. So now it's get defaulted. So now if you perform the receiving part, after that, it will not move to the invoicing. So this is how, if you have this kind of requirement in your business, you can achieve within Oracle Fusion. Thank you. Thank you for watching my channel, Fusion NexGen Learning. Keep subscribing, keep watching. Happy learning.